Hello friends, today we are going to discuss about the mutability versus immutability in Java. So this is one of the important concepts in object oriented programming language that one should must understand, and this is the common generally questions that are asked in the interview room. Okay, but apart from the interview room, you must understand the mutability versus immutability. What is the mutable object and what is the immutable object? Okay, so let's see. So let's assume we are going to create a class, but before that, let me show you. So let's see, in a class you are creating a two member variable. Let's say int a and int b, right? And thereafter you are creating an object of mutability m is equal to new mutability. Mutability is the user defined class that we will be creating, and we are passing 20 comma 30 value. Okay, and via the constructor this value will store in a and b. So m is basically the object of mutability class, right? So once we created an object, what will happen, this will create a object will get created in a heap, in a memory, right? And this m is a reference variable, will point to this object. Okay, and this object will contain the value of a is equal to 20 and b is equal to 30, right? So b should be a small, it's a typing mistake. So this is the object got created. So what we say, this is the state of the object, right? So we term as this is the state. So at any given of time, what is the state of the object? Okay, so the state of the object and the behavior of the object is it's containing a is equal to 20 and b is equal to 30, right? So are we able to modify this variable a and b? So lots of the thing will going in our mind. Okay, so if we are able to modify this variable, modify the value of the variable, then we say it's a mutable. This variable is mutable, right? Or this object is mutable. You can at any point of time, you should be able to modify the state of the object or state of the variable. Then we say this is the mutable object. Okay, this is the mutability, right? So let's see, let's say we are creating, let me show you the demo. Let's say we are creating one class mutability. Okay, and inside this class I am declaring one int a, int b, int b. Okay, and inside that I am creating one constructor, right? So create a constructor, go to source, generate constructor using field generate, and I am creating one overriding one toString method so that we can print the object with its associated instance variable, right? So we did nothing, right? We just created a constructor. Okay, and thereafter, okay, let's create an object of mutability class. Mutability am is equal to new mutability, and I am passing here 20 comma 30, right? Correct. And if I am printing sys out, okay, m, right? And if I run this, so we will be getting the output a is equal to 20, b is equal to 30, right? So far so good. So this is the how you will ensure this is the mutable or immutable, right? So first we are looking on the mutable, right? So let's see, I am just changing here m dot a is equal to 50 and m dot b is equal to 90, right? And let's run this. So firstly this object will initialize with 2030, and thereafter we are changing the value of the variable, right? So first we are printing whatever initial time we had initialized, and thereafter we are modifying this, right? And let's say this, right? So earlier the value of the a variable was 20 and b was 30, and thereafter we changed. So this is the mutable object. At any time we are able to change, even though, okay, if you are marking as a, let's say, final, okay, and you are trying to run this, okay, you should be able to change the value of the variable even the object is final, okay, but your instance variable is mutable, right? So that's why we are able to change that. So how you can make it immutable? Immutable means once the state got created, okay, once you created the state of the object, okay, you should not be able to modify the object. You should not be able to modify the state of the object, right? So you cannot say a is equal to 30 and b is equal to a is equal to 20, b is equal to 30. So I have made a separate video how you can create a class, immutable class, then you can see. But here we are discussing uh, the difference between the mutability and immutability, right? So you might have understand about the mutability concepts, and immutable is means you should not be able to change the state of the object, and even though if you are changing the state, you should get created the another object. So let's take the example of the famous, very famous immutable object called string class, right? So string is immutable. So what does it mean by immutable? Okay, so let's see, let's delete this and delete here quickly, okay, and here immutability, right? And here let's say you are creating a string, let's say s, right, s, and here in a constructor, let's say you are just storing s, right? Or you don't need to create a class to show you the immutability, just create here a string s is equal to, let's say, hello, right? And thereafter, okay, so if you print this is out, okay, s, it will print the hello, right? And thereafter what you are doing, you are s dot concat, okay, and here you are printing hello world, right? And here you are printing again s, right? So string s is equal to hello, hello will go into the memory, okay, and s dot concat is equal to world. So what is our expectation? It should concatenate that, right? So let's represent this code in a memory, right? So in memory, first we created a string s is equal to hello, okay, then s object will get created in memory, okay, and the s is a reference, is pointing to this object in a memory, right? And in object containing the hello, right? So hello gets created, that's fine. So what immutability says, since once you created this object, you should not be able to modify or change the state of the object, right? And if you are trying to modify or change the object, the new object should get created, right? So suppose here in a code, if you are trying to change the, we are trying to concatenate, right, the object, correct? So what will happen? Okay, so what will happen? It will create another object, right? Here we try to concat the object, right? So it will create another object, but since this object is not having any reference, right, so this will be eligible for the garbage collection, right? So this will be destroyed by the garbage collector, okay, and only one instance of the string will be here, and that will be the hello. So that's why if you are printing again sys.out.println, okay, it will print s, okay, so it will print the hello only, right? So hello. So even though concatenation it's printing s, because you are trying to change the behavior, you are trying to modify the state of the object, right? So what immutable concept says, if you are trying to modify, it will create another object, right? And if you are not assigning this to any reference, this will be eligible for the garbage collector, right? So let's see, and you assign this alt shift m to a variable, right? Oh, sorry, here alt shift l, right? Okay, so assign this concat and print this value, right? So you assign this variable, you assign this s dot concatenate. So once this object is having the concatenation string, this will be pointing to concat, and we are printing the concat, then it will give you the expected result, right? Then hello and hello world. So that's why you need to just remember, immutability means you should not be able to change the state of the object, you should not be able to modify. And if you are trying to modify, okay, it will create another object with concatenated value, okay. And if you are not assigning to any variable, okay, that will be eligible for the garbage collector, because this is not having any reference, the any reference variable is not pointing to the newly created object. That's why we have assigned to the another reference string variable, right? And thereafter we printed. So this concept is very much important to understand what is mutability and immutability. This is important because if you, unless you understand this concept, you won't be able to understand why the Sun people, why the Java people had made a string class immutable class. Not why not mutable class? Like in C++, string is a mutable class, but in Java, string is a immutable class. What is the reason behind this? So once you understand this mutability versus immutability, then you will understand the why the string, why the Sun people have created the this class as a immutable class. So in the next tutorial, maybe you can see, if you are interested to know why the string is immutable, then you can watch the next tutorial, okay, where you will come to know like what is the reason behind to make the string immutable class, right? So we'll come up with the concepts of string concept, string constant pool, and the intern method. So by using that, we'll see why the string class is immutable class, right? So if you have a time, see you in the next step. Bye bye.